Good evening and welcome to the Athletic Memorial Building on the campus of Henry Ford College. And the contest between the Henry Ford College Hawks, who come in with a record of 5-4, 4-2 in the conference, taking on Macomb Community College, or Macomb Community College Monarchs, who come in with a record of 2-7. I'm Eric Pate with you. I think I'm going solo tonight. Dallas Young, our baseball player, our color analyst, probably busy getting ready for his season or playing, in fact. But we have basketball action for you, and it's a key matchup if you're the Henry Ford Hawks. The Hawks are 4-2 in the conference, as I stated earlier, and if they win, they may be hosting the conference championship game here on Friday. If they lose, they're still going to be playing, more than likely, and it'll be against Schoolcraft. So let's see what happens. See what happens in this contest. If you think back, early on, not long ago, first game of this COVID-shortened type season, back on February the 23rd, 2021, Henry Ford Hawks went over to take on the Macomb Monarchs, and they were 84-79 losers. This is, as Chris Shepard, the Hawks coach, said, a difficult game because the coaches were all quarantined. They elected to play, and it was done on a 14. Henry Ford coming off our 14-day quarantine. We'll get more into that conversation and that loss because a lot has changed since then. So jumping center is Anthony Dano. Zach Perez, number 4, is in the ball game for Macomb. Jermaine Bowie, number 33. Number 44, Davion Carroll. And number 22, Anthony Lozzetto. All in for the Monarchs. The Hawks will start Sergio Stephan in the backcourt and Lorenzo Wright. A little confusion there, a turnover. Daniel Autry and Brandon Macrina are on the wings and in the middle. Number 22, Carrington McCaskill, who, as I always say, can play all 5 positions. So here we go. Number 44 is Davion Carroll getting harassed by Sergio Stephan. The ball went off of Stephan. And so it's 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Macomb will inbound it. It'll be Anthony Dano. Dano inside real quick to Zach Perez, who pull-up jumper no good. Macrina on the rebound. Macrina to Wright. Wright being guarded by number 44, Davion Carroll. Shakes him, pulls up on a free throw jump shot that rolls in and out. McCaskill on the rebound. Thought he got fouled, but a tough rebound by Anthony Dano. Dano's going to one-hand it all the way. Gives it up to Lozzetto. Lozzetto goes to one knee. Kicks it out to Bowie. Bowie gave it up on the baseline to number 22, Lozzetto, who scores 2-zip. Cross-court pass to Autry as the Hawks come right back, and that's 3. That's a good sign. When Daniel Autry is hitting the 3, Henry Ford College has nothing to worry about. 3-2 in the early going. Lozzetto takes it high wing, gives it up to Perez. Perez being guarded by Wright. Here comes the pick by Dano. Perez, dribble drive dish, shot up no good by Jermaine Bowie, and then there's a travel. Quincy Jones on the call, one of the officials. 3-2, early going. Eric Pate with you at the Athletic Memorial Building. Macrina, baseline, swings it back out to Daniel Autry, shoots a 3, it's up, no good. Rebounded by Dano. Dano gives it up to Perez. Perez, freshman out of Livonia Stevenson. Or check that. Sterling Heights Stevenson. Perez looking inside. Gives it up to number 33, Bowie. There's a block call on Sergio Stephan. His first, the team's first. And that's the first team foul on Henry Ford. 17:38 left, early going. 3-2 Hawks leading the Monarchs. Inbounding the ball is Anthony Dano. Dano to Perez. Perez is the point guard, runs the show for the Monarchs. 2-7. 1-3 in the conference, and that is a travel. First turnover by the Monarchs. Sergio Steffen. Working against Perez. Swings it to Autry to Macrina baseline. Macrina right up over Lazzetto. It's good. 5-2. The Hawks lead. Coming up on 17 minutes left in the first half. And Blake Jackson, first-year head coach of Macomb, has seen enough. He's got a fresh 5 at the scorer's table. Shot up no good by Dano. Daniel Autry got some problems in the backcourt. They better hurry and get it across. Macrina does that. Gives it up to Steffen. Steffen hands it off to Wright. Wright working against Davion Carroll. Running into traffic to McCaskill. McCaskill whips it over to Daniel Autry. Back to McCaskill on a give and go. Slam dunk. And Autry had some words underneath the basket for Jermaine Bowie. You don't have to do that, but it's 7-2 and a timeout, Macomb. The officials kind of looking to see if he should say something, but with 30-second timeout with 16:22 left in the first half. Henry Ford 7, Macomb Community College 2. Nice give and go. Played off each other very well. McCaskill to Autry, back to McCaskill for a slam dunk. And Coach Shepard in the pregame told me a little bit about the team getting more together, in shape, having practices. The first time they played, 14-day quarantine, they played a game. They're not in shape. They lose it 84-79 at Macomb. So here we go. A fresh 5. We'll set it up for you. That's Marte, who gives it up to Delano Williams. So we got number 1, Delano Williams, Josh Marte, 13 Dante Hudgens, number 11, Jerry Wilson, all in there off the bench with number 5, Anthony Dano. A drive, slapped away, and underneath. Wright will inbound it, 7-4. Macrina wants the ball. He yelled loud to get it. And there's a foul on number 12, Josh Marte, a guard out of Bronx, New York, and Osceola Community College, I believe. "17 seconds on the shot clock. Daniel Autry pulls up for another 3, hits it, and he's talking to the Macomb sideline. Doesn't need to do that. 10-4. Let the scoreboard talk. I'm amazed at sometimes where the trash talk goes to. Delano Williams on the bucket, 10-6. Just hit the bucket, Daniel Autry. You're doing well. 2 threes tonight. 2 threes tonight. Turnover. And that is Marte coming right back at the free throw line. Pull up, no. Rebound, McCaskill. McCaskill up to Sergio Steffen. Both teams getting up and down the floor. Macrina got it from Wright, pulls up from a deep 3, no good, and it's rebounded by number 11, Jerry Wilson. A drive by Jerry Wilson is good, and it's 10-8. 14:49 and counting. Wright to Macrina. Steffen gets it. They're trapping the ball right now. Macomb is. Renzo Wright. And this pass is a little bit too long for McCaskill. McEvans is in the ball game. Cam McEvans is in for Sergio Steffen. 10-8 is the score. Eric Pate at the Athletic Memorial Building, Henry Ford College Hawks basketball. Hawks basketball time here. Hope you're joining us on the live stream on Henry Ford College or YouTube. Marte swings it up to Delano Williams. Henry Ford in looks like a matchup zone, and Delano Williams hits the bucket to tie it at 10. And that pressure is causing Henry Ford a little bit of a problem. McEvans all the way down, laid it short. And Wright dove for it, and he'll be called for the foul. Back in the lineup, for Macomb is number 21, Blake Beebe, sophomore guard out of Warren Cusido. We'll reset the lineup shortly. 10 all. And there's a deep three by Blake Beebe, 13-10. Henry Ford cannot afford to let their guard down in this one. This is a team that won against Grand Rapids Junior College the other day, Saturday to be precise. And they think they can win again here tonight and sweep the Hawks, get the season sweep. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wright driving to the basket, and the layup is good, 13-12. Beebe, that's Josh Marte with the ball, had a good game against JC, Grand Rapids JC, and that is Dante Hudgens on a miss out of Warren Lincoln. His coach, Wydell Henry, good friend of mine. So Wright, nice dump off to McCaskill, and he missed the dunk, and Wright was able to get the grab the rebound, and there's a foul on number 12, Josh Marte. Back into the lineup is Zach Perez for Macomb, and in for Henry Ford is number 23, Ricky Dixon. So on the floor right now, Evans, Wright in the backcourt, Autry and Ricky Dixon on the wings, and at center is Carrington McCaskill, who's been having a pretty good season. There he is, up and under, and it's a foul on number 13, Dante Hudgens. And so McCaskill go to the line with Henry Ford trailing 13-12 with 12:25 left in the first half. First shot by McCaskill is up, it's no good. That's been a problem for him all season. Free throws, they're free, you got to hit them. Back into the lineup for the Hawks, number 0, Sergio Steffen. You got Steffen and McCaskill in the backcourt. Dixon and Autry on the wings, as that second free throw by McCaskill is good. 13 all. Zach Perez looked like he wanted to clear out, like he palmed it. Swings it back up top to number 11, Jerry Wilson. Wilson, guarded closely by McEvans, swings it over to Hudgens. Hudgens tried to find a cutter, but just threw it away. Autry, one-man break, gives it up to McEvans. McEvans looking to get to the basket and threw it to no one. That's a turnover. Bad turnover. 13 all. 11:48. You got to be throwing it to someone. And into the lineup for Henry Ford is number 15, Julian Savory. In for Carrington McCaskill. Good opportunity for Savory to get some quality minutes. A veteran player. Hudgens kicks it back out to Wilson. Wilson on a pull-up three, up no good, but rebounded by Hudgens, slapped away. And they're going to get Savory, who slapped him on the arm. That's his first, the team's second. And number 13, Dante Hudgens, is at the free throw line out of Warren Lincoln, the Abes. And Hudgens is a sophomore. And the first free throw is up and good. Delano Williams in the lineup along with Perez. Number 11 is Jerry Wilson. At the line is Hudgens. Second free throw's up and it's good. And number 21, Blake Beebe. Those are the 5 for Macomb. For Henry Ford, it's Stephen, McEvans in the backcourt, Dixon and Autry on the wings. A little turnover, and Savory in the middle. Dixon throws it up for Savory. That timing was off. Perez comes away with the rebound. A little sloppy play right now by both teams. Beebe on the turnaround pull-up decided to shoot it up, no good. Rebounded by Delano Williams. Williams scores it. 17-13. And this pressure comes up with another turnover for Macomb. It's causing some problems. No foul call. Perez lost it. Stephen, and he's hacked by Jerry Wilson going to the basket. They averted danger on there. They averted the danger there on the play. Henry Ford did. Sergio Stephen ended up with a breakaway and missed it. And the foul was on number 11, Jerry Wilson, his first, the team's third. First free throw by Stephen is good. Checking back into the lineup for the Hawks, McCaskill and Macrina. So now you got McCaskill in the middle as Sergio Steffens gets ready. And Stephen and that shot is up and no good, 17-14. That shot was up and no good. Wild shot. Sergio Stephen gives it up. That's a travel. But they call a block. And they scored the basket, I believe. Checking back into the lineup, we're going to get some clarity on this. That is a good basket by Ricky Dixon. And that foul was on number 21, Blake Beebe, his first, the team's fourth. At the line for the old school M1 is Ricky Dixon. He shoots it. It's up. It's good. And it's tied at 17. 10:22 left in the first half. So now, let's get the lineup straight right now for you. Macrina and Dixon on the wings. McCaskill in the post. McEvans, who is guarding the ball in the backcourt with Sergio Stephen. Long shot up, no good by Macomb. Macrina, and it's blocked by Hudgens. Delano Williams and Jordan Johnson in the backcourt, along with Zach Perez, a smaller lineup. And Perez is just turning this thing over, not taking care of the basketball. Delano Williams, number 1. Number 5, Anthony Dano. Number 13, Dante Hudgens. Number 4, Zach Perez. And they sub again. Look, I'm having a tough time here. Number 20, Matthew Sulaka is in the ball game for the Monarchs. Perez at the point. Perez gives it off to his backcourt mate, Jordan Johnson. Johnson with the pull-up, and it's good. So Hudgens, Dano, and Sulaka across the front, along with Perez and Johnson in the backcourt for the Monarchs. Got a foul. And that foul is on. Foul's on number 13. Dante Hudgens, his second, team's 5th. McEvans is out, and Lorenzo Wright is in. Elliot Labassiere checks in for his first action for Macomb Community College. Stephen gets it back from Wright, shot up, no good, a little long. It's 19-17, under 10 minutes left, heading up on 9, Labassiere. Labassiere gives it up to Jordan Johnson. Johnson, and there's a travel as Matthew Salaka got a little bit too anxious there. Checking into the contest for Henry Ford is Daniel Autry replacing Ricky Dixon. So for Henry Ford, you've got Wright and Steffen in the backcourt. On the wings, Autry and Macrina, and in the post is McCaskill. The starting lineup is back for the Hawks. Looked like he traveled. Layup by Macrina's no good. Rebounded by Anthony Dano. Dano gives it up to Johnson. Johnson to Perez, who pulls up for a free throw jump shot that's good. 21-17, 8:30 and counting in the first half. Lorenzo Wright to the basket. He's good with the layup. 21-19. Jordan Johnson gives it up to Dano. Dano looking, guarded by McCaskill, pulls up for a jump shot, a bank shot, no good. Lorenzo Wright on the rebound. Sergio Steffen kicks it to Autry, who quick passes it to Macrina, goes baseline, and they're going to get Macrina for the push. 7:51 left, 21-19 Macomb. Checking back into the lineup for the Monarchs is number 1, Delano Williams. He replaces number 11, Jerry Wilson. Bringing it up is Johnson. Johnson to Labassiere. Labassiere to Perez. Perez gives it off to number 10, Jordan Johnson. Shot up, no good. Perez scraps for the rebound, goes up, no good. And looks like Matthew Salaka and Perez were fighting among themselves. Turns out that Henry Ford gets it, and now McCaskill scores to tie it at 21 with 7:13 to go in the half. Labassiere shot up and good. 23-21 Macomb. Right all the way, no good. Coach Steffen wants a foul. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Sergio Steffen. Coach Shepard wanted a foul. I was thinking Sergio Steffen, but back into the lineup for Henry Ford is McEvans, and in for Macomb Community College, number 15, Trent Carey, and number 21, Blake Beebe. Well, he comes out. They don't have 5. They got 4. 21, Blake Beebe came into the game, left out, and then he said, get back out there. We only got 4. So McEvans, McCaskill, Wright, who just got it slapped away by Delano Williams, Macrina, and Autry, all on the floor for the Hawks. 23-21, that's a turnover on inbounds. Bad turnover, none of them are good. And it leads to a run out, and Jerry Wilson, like a delay of game, should have been called there. As he slapped after the make, Macomb player slapped that out of the hands of Henry Ford, who was getting out the net. 25-21 Macomb. McCaskill double teamed. They are double teaming each ball handler, trapping them. Right up, no good. And on the Labassiere, and that's Beebe who slapped it. And looks like Beebe's saying, where are you guys at? I'm the only one back. 25-21 with just under 6 minutes to play, 5:58 to be exact. Checking into the lineup for Macomb is number 12, Josh Marte. Say he's out of the Bronx, New York, Osceola Community College, I believe, and now he's here at Macomb. Macrina and Wright playing catch up top. McEvans being guarded by Marte. Swing to right. Macrina runs the baseline and gets it up, no good on the shot. And Jerry Wilson went high to get the rebound for Macomb. Wilson to Marte, to Blake Beebe, and he lost it. Here comes Henry Ford, 4-on-2, shot up by Autry, no good. And it's saying it went off Trent Carey. And Trent Carey protested that one a little bit. They say Trent Carey's from Detroit and Shadow Creek, Texas. I imagine he was at a JUCO. Wright swings it over to Autry, to McEvans, to Macrina, and a shot from the corner. Macrina's off today, 25-21. McEvans playing scrappy defense, and that's Delano Williams on the pull-up. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Wright. Wright pushing it along the right side between his legs. Swings it to Macrina, to Autry. Quick pass to McEvans on a spin. They call him for a travel. I don't know where McEvans was going there. Checking into the ball game for Henry Ford is number 12, Joel Knighton, his first action of the night. Got to take care of the basketball. That's 3 turnovers in the half for McEvans. You want your guards to take care of the basketball. Marte. Marte looking, being guarded by McCaskill, shook him, and Marte's pull-up makes it 27-21. Macomb thinks they can beat Henry Ford, and after all, they beat him in the first meeting. McCaskill, nice pull-up jumper, shows his versatility, 27-23, 4-16 and counting. 4-10. Left, turnover, Joel Knighton pushing it. Gives it up to McEvans, who gave it to Wright. Swing it back to McEvans, who missed the 3, but Knighton cleans up the mess for stick back, 27-25, under 4 minutes in the half. Macomb leads by 2. They had been leading by 6 at 27-21. But nowhere to go. Jerry Wilson gives it up to Trent Carey, who pulls up for a 3. It's up, no good. Rebounded by Williams. Williams had it slapped away or blocked by Joel Knighton. Checking back into the ball game for Macomb is Hudgens, number 13, and number 22, Lazzetto, and number 0, Sergio Steffen. Coach Shepard talked about that first matchup and the lack of practice time that they had, and they took the game in anyway. Ball stays here on a miss, goes off Henry Ford last. 27-25, 3:25 left in the first half. Shot up by number 13, Dante Hudgens, is no good. Macrina quickly to Steffen, deep corner to Wright, cross-court pass. Wright dribble drive to McCaskill, pulls up, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Steffen to Wright, who takes the 3. It's no good. And there he is again, Knighton on a cleanup, but he missed it this time. And there's a rebound by number 13, Dante Hudgens. Hudgens. Working against Knighton and Macrina. Lazzetto, ball ends up in number 11, Jerry Wilson's hand. Shot up, no good. Here come the Hawks. Wright, Lorenzo Wright. Between his legs, working against number 11, Jerry Wilson. Gives it up to McCaskill. Hook shot, no good. Swings it over to Sergio Steffen for a 3, and it's good. And Henry Ford regains the lead, 28-27, timeout. With 2:22 left to play in the half, timeout, full timeout by Macomb, 28-27. And Henry Ford on a 3-game winning streak. Last time we were on with them, they lost to Schoolcraft, but since then, March 12th, they defeated Oakland Community College 83-60. March 16th, they defeated Glen Oaks 91-87. And then March 19th, they defeated Wayne County Community College. That was Friday, 75-74 in a nail-biter. Always good games when they get together. Meanwhile, you had Grand Rapids Community College fall to Macomb. And let me just say that Macomb, it snapped a 7-game losing streak. So here we are today, a 2-7 Macomb Community College team that seems very energetic, enthusiastic, and encouraged because they won that first game and they really feel like they can compete and beat Henry Ford. It's kind of a trap game for Henry Ford, who has a chance to wrap up a home game in the conference championship. 28-27. Shot up no good, rebounded by number 11, Ricardo Coven, who's checked in for the Hawks. Knighton on the wing gets a chance to go outside and show what he can do as Coven plays the middle. So we got Stephan and Wright in the backcourt, Macrina and Knighton on the wings, and in the middle, Ricardo Coven. A lot of different options. Coven at 6'6", goes up, had a shot block by Dante Hudgens. Checking back in the contest for Macomb is number 5, Anthony Dano, for Dante Hudgens. All the way up top. It goes to Wright, to Stephan with a 3. That's a dagger, 31-27. Good for the Hawks right now. As Sergio Stephan hitting the 3. In a night where Wright hasn't clicked, McEvans has turned it over. Sergio Stephan, the best guard they have tonight. First half. 31-27, long shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound comes Macrina. That shot is by number 11, Jerry Wilson. Macrina gets it across, coming up on a minute left in the half. 31-27 Hawks. Eric Pate with you at the Athletic Memorial Building. Henry Ford College Hawks basketball. Glad to be with you. Picked by Coven. Wright couldn't find the road man. Gives it to Stephan, who gives it to Macrina, and that's good. And that's a 3 for Macrina, 34-27. The Hawks lead is now 7. They're starting to click. Marte drops it off to Dano. 34-29. 30 seconds left in the half. They're trapping the ball handler. Wright throws it to Stephan, to Macrina. Macrina with a 15-second differential, game the shot clock. Rebound by Dano. Dano to number 12, Marte. Marte brings it down, and it's safe to say that the Monarchs will have the last shot of the half. Pass deep in the corner to Williams, and that is a 3, and that's the way we'll end it. 34-32, halftime score, Henry Ford. 34-32 is a halftime score. See what the second half brings us. And we're back at the Athletic Memorial Building on the campus of Henry Ford College. Halftime score, Henry Ford 34, Macomb 32. Eric Pate with you. And it's interesting. On the way up the stairs to their respective locker rooms, there would seem to be a little ruckus, ran out, and one of the officials was making reference to a Macomb assistant and the way he conducted himself. And the official said that he did not want him to come out for the second half. Well, the coach is there, and the official, one of the officials over there talking to the Macomb bench. So let's see what happens, any technical fouls or anything like that come out of it. But real quickly, I want to give you some halftime stats. Delano Williams leads all scorers with 13, and followed by Blake Beebe, who has 5. And 4 for Anthony Dano. So most of the scoring coming from the guys up front. Delano Williams comes off the bench, which is very interesting. For Henry Ford, Sergio Steffen with 7, Daniel Autry with 6, and Carrington McCaskill has 7. And one of the key statistics, Henry Ford out-rebounded Macomb 20-17 in the first half. And that's why we have a 34-32 halftime score. Let's see what happens here, because and that coach, and I don't know what his name is, has been asked to leave the bench area, and that is either Devin Knight or Terrell Polk, who's been asked to step away from the Macomb bench. But he must have said something pretty harsh to the officials, because one official ran over in the hallway and told him he can't come out. And so he's been ejected. Let's see if there's any technical fouls, foul shots that'll be taken to start the second half. Well, I don't think so. So if there aren't any technical fouls, why was the coach asked to leave? And there's been some chatter. Been some chatter throughout the season, but I've never seen a coach have to leave without a technical foul. So at any rate, 34-32, Henry Ford with the lead. Marte is going to start the second half for Macomb, and he starts it off with a layup to tie it up. 34 all, and they're going to continue with the pressure. Macomb did well with the pressure in the first half. Wright with a long 3 up, no good, rebounded by Jerry Wilson. Seems like that second 5 is on the floor. They had some success. We'll set these lineups. Looks like a travel there, but the official said a Henry Ford player touched it. Marte, Williams, Jerry Wilson, long shot up, no good, grazed the rim, but Dano just grabbed the rebound, untouched, and hits the layup, 36-34, Macomb. So Lozzetto, Dano, and number 1, Delano Williams up front for Macomb, number 11, Jerry Wilson, and number 12, Josh Marte in the backcourt. There's a foul, and I think that foul is on number 22, Anthony Lozzetto, his first, the team's first. 36-34. Macomb, Wright, dribbles up high at the top of the circle to Macrina, who gives it right back to Wright to Daniel Autry, to Sergio Steffen, who throws it in the middle, too high for McCaskill. On the run, Wilson with the layup. 38-34, as Henry Ford, Macomb has scored the first 6 points of the half. 38-34. That pressure continues. Steffen on a pull-up jump shot up, no good. Rebounded by Dano. Stolen away, and Steffen scores. 38-36, and timeout is called by Henry Ford coach Chris Shepard. Didn't like what he saw, so he gets a 30-second timeout. 10:18 left to play in regulation. It's 38-36, Macomb. And Coach Coach Shepard is telling guys to get in the stance and play defense. And he's right about that. You can turn these guys over. Macomb committed 6 turnovers in the first half, but Henry Ford had 8. So inbound the ball is Delano Williams. Henry Ford starters are on the floor. Sergio Steffen, Lorenzo Wright, McCaskill in the middle, Autry and Macrina on the wings. Lozzetto gives it up to Marte. Marte is tripped by Sergio Steffen. That's his second foul, the team's first. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. 17:53 left in regulation. Lozzetto. He will not shoot it. I'm sure he's in there for purposes to rebound, set picks, and defend. Long shot up, no good by Wilson. Rebounded by Henry Ford. Steffen up to McCaskill. Up and under. And now we're tied at 38. On the drive, Marte. That was a little bit too easy. He floated unencumbered. And Henry Ford's got to step up the defensive effort, 40-38. McCaskill down to Macrina. Macrina hits the layup, ties it at 40. At 17 minutes straight up, back where we started from, all tied up. The largest lead, Henry Ford had a 7-point lead early in the half. And Macomb had a 6-point lead in the first half. Henry Ford has it. Autry to right in the deep corner. Get out of that corner unless you're going to shoot. They swing it back up top to Steffen. Steffen to Autry to Macrina, who decided to drive. Head fake drive. Knocked out of bounds. 15 seconds left on the shot clock for the Hawks. Autry. Long three is good. Daniel Autry. And he keeps pointing at that Macomb bench. 43-40. I reiterate, when you're shooting like that, Daniel, you don't have to say anything, just point at the scoreboard. 43-40. Marte, no foul on the collision. Macrina on the rebound. Here comes Wright for Henry Ford. Right to Macrina. To Wright. Wright steps back. Shot is up. Went over the backboard. Macomb ball, 43-40. Jerry Wilson going up against Lorenzo Wright from Henry Ford. Wilson hands off to Delano Williams. Williams gave him some problems in the first half. He's an athlete. Had it knocked out of his hands, and it'll stay with Macomb. Checking into the lineup for the Monarchs is number 13, Dante Hudgens. So you have Hudgens, Dano, and the guy with the ball, number 1, Delano Williams, up front. Wilson and Marte in the backcourt. Marte on the drive, drops it off. And that's a slam dunk for Dante Hudgens. 43-42. Henry Ford. Macrina didn't think he quite had it. And on a 3, Macrina. And the miss comes off to Macomb. Marte. Floater in the lane is good. And Macomb has the lead again, 44-43. They come with the pressure. They are trapping the ball, and they come up with another turnover. Wilson behind his back, he gives it up on a turnover. It's a 4-on-2 break. Steffen goes to the rack, and they call a foul. Who's the foul on? Macomb. We know it's on Macomb. They say it's on number 5, Anthony Dano, his first, the team's second. 44-43. 14:23 left in regulation. Sergio Steffen at the line shooting 2. In the lineup for Henry Ford is number 1, Terrence McEvans. And in the lineup for the Monarchs, number 44, Davion Carroll, who started for the Monarchs. Second shot, all tied at 44, 14:23 left at the Athletic Memorial Building here at Henry Ford College. Eric Pate with you. Second shot by Steffen is good. Henry Ford College President Russell Cavaluna in attendance. Not too far from me, checking out the action. Shot is up, no good by number 44, Davion Carroll. Autry thought about a 3, passes up to Sergio Steffen to Cameron McEvans. McEvans to Autry, and that's 4 threes tonight for Daniel McAutry. When he's locked in and focused, he can hit the 3. And that makes it 48-44 Henry Ford. And Autry is 4 of 6 from 3 right now. Or 4 of 7, check that. But 2 and 2.5. Marte gives it up to number 13, Hudgens for a layup. 48-46. Henry Ford. Macrina directing traffic. Kicks it to Autry. Autry dribbles up top, then hands it back off to Macrina. They swing across, he swings it cross court to Steffen, to Autry, up no good. Rebounded by Williams, and Williams pulls up. Shot up no good, battle for the rebound, ends up in the hands of Anthony Dano of Macomb. Back to Williams. Williams thought about a 3. And the officials have some type of warning there, bench warning, on number 15, Trent Carey. Perez is back in the game for Macomb. And that's Williams on the layup. So Williams goes to the backcourt. 48-48. McEvans all the way for the layup, 50-48. McEvans in the backcourt with Lorenzo Wright, Macrina and Autry on the wings, and McCaskill in the middle. Dano, pull up, shot falls short. Wright with the rebound. 50-48. Pass to Autry, wide open 3, it's good. That's 3 threes. He's 3 of 4 from 3. And he keeps pointing over to Macomb bench. 53-48 with 11:56 left in regulation. Henry Ford, sharp shooting by Daniel Autry right now. He's hit 3 out of 4 in this half. He was 2 of 5 in the first half, 5 of 9 from 3. He's saying a few things, and I just wonder why. I wonder why you say anything. As I said, the president of the college is here tonight. Russell Cavaluna is here, decked out, and all of his light blue and white, representing the Hawks. And good to have him, as Henry Ford has a great opportunity if they can hold on here, host a conference championship and a district playoff game. Those are things that are down the road. Hawks 5-4, 4-2 in the conference. And always interesting to see how this stuff plays out. And I've never been one to say you don't want to have guys talk. That's part of basketball. But it's got to work out in your favor now. So we got Wright and McEvans in the backcourt. You've got Macrina and Autry on the wings, and McCaskill in the middle. Number 44, Davion Carroll, gives it off to Williams. Well, Marte gives it off to Williams. So Marte and Perez in the backcourt. They're going small with Davion. That's a long three by McEvans. And if you get him going, it can make a lot of difference. 56-50. That's what we like to see out of Cameron McEvans. 56-50. Pass into traffic. Perez and the possession arrow on the tie-up. That's Perez and Autry bumping one another. They call it a double technical against the number 4s. Zach Perez for Macomb and Daniel Autry kind of saw it coming because Autry is talking a lot tonight. The good news, 5 out of 9 from 3. The bad news is chatter after everything. Just play. Sometimes you just got to play. So the double technical. So Autry gives it to Wright. See what happens now. We got Perez and Marte in the backcourt with Williams and Davion Carroll on the wings. Scored a basket. Scored a basket for Lorenzo Wright. And the foul is on number 4, Zach Perez. That's his first or second. Team's 4th. Checking into the lineup is number 13, Dante Hudgens. For the old-fashioned 3, it's Lorenzo Wright shooting a free throw, and it makes it 59-50. That's the largest lead for the Hawks. Nice shooting. I'd like to know what the shooting percentage is in this half. Hawks hitting nothing but the bottom of the net as Marte on the layup. 59-52. So you got Sergio Stephan, Wright, the starting lineup. They've clocked a lot of minutes for the Hawks tonight. Davion Carroll screened off. Sergio Stephan with a pull-up free throw jump shot. 61-52. 10-16 left. There was a slap there, and Carroll got cut off on the baseline. Looking around, gives it up to number 21 on a turnaround jump shot. That's Blake Beebe. Blake Beebe. Hudgens, number 13. Number 44 is Davion Carroll. Number 12, Marte. And there's a turnover by Henry Ford. And Williams all in the lineup for Macomb. Carroll's going to bring it up. This is a small lineup for them, although number 1, Delano Williams, can play the 2 or the 3. And there he is after a bullet pass by Blake Beebe. Beebe to Williams makes it 61-57. Headed into the 9-minute mark. And let me just tell you, this is not over. Henry Ford has got to hit some more shots and take care of the ball. Macrina on the layup, left it short. And they stay here, and they're going to call that foul on number 13, Dante Hudgens, the kid out of Warren, Lincoln. Checking into the lineup for Macomb is number 22, Anthony Lazzetto, and in for Henry Ford is number 11, Ricardo Coven. Eric Pate with you at the Athletic Memorial Building, and number 23, Ricky Dixon. So on the floor, Steffen and Wright in the backcourt, Dixon and Autry on the wings, and in the middle, Ricardo Coven. 61-57, 9 minutes left to play in regulation. And count up 3 for Lorenzo Wright. 64-57. Henry Ford has been in control after coming out of the gate slow to start the second half. Beebe pulls up, and the shot is good. 64-59. Autry, long shot up, no good. Tipped by Steffen, no good. Rebounded, Marte coming down. Euro step. In the traffic is the pass, no good. It's a steal by Wright, one-handling up the court. Coven to Steffen, to Autry up top, cross court to Wright. Wright drives, turns the corner, gets to the basket, but they're going to call a foul on number 44, Davion Carroll. And now we're at the 8-minute mark, 8:01 left exactly. 16 fouls against Macomb, 2 against Henry Ford. Something to watch. Henry Ford's going to have to end up shooting some free throws, 1-and-1s, and close this thing out, hopefully. Turnover by Daniel Autry. Now, Autry has been shooting the ball well. Switched it up a little bit, went baseline, and turned it over. (64-59), pull-up jump shot, long 3, up no good, and goes off Macomb, Davion Carroll. Checking back in the lineup is Brandon McCreena, number 33, for Henry Ford. And into the lineup for Macomb, number 5, Anthony Dano. (64-59). Going baseline, Lorenzo Wright laid on the floor because he thought he had a foul. Jerry Wilson to Marte. Marte working against Lorenzo Wright. It's 64-59. It's been stuck there for a second here. And there's a foul. I think they're going to get number 11, Ricardo Coven, on the foul. And they're going to call that on number 0, Sergio Steffen, not Ricardo Coven. Back into the ball game for Macomb is number 4, Zach Perez. Into the lineup for the Hawks, number 1, Cameron McEvans, and number 22, Carrington McCaskill. Third team foul for the Hawks this half. Third foul on Sergio Steffen. Perez gives it off to Marte. Marte swings it out, and that's a three-point shot for number 11, Jerry Wilson. Don't look now, it's 64-62, and Macomb just doesn't seem like it wants to go away. Lorenzo Wright to Ricky Dixon. And they're going to call that foul on number 12, Josh Marte. That's the team's 7th, so now it's 1-and-1 time. Ricky Dixon at the free throw line, joined by his wing partner, Brandon McCreena, number 33. McCaskill in the middle. McEvans and Wright in the backcourt. 1-and-1. There's a technical foul. And there's a technical foul call. It's going to go against Macomb. And I think they called that on Marte. I wish they'd let us know what exactly was going on. And it is on Marte. I guess he said something to the official. So Macrina will shoot it. Now they have 9 team fouls, but I think it's 8. But at any rate, it's 65-62. And Macrina missed the second one, 65-62. Oh, no, he's going to shoot the second one. Shot is up and good. Free throw, 66-62. And another technical foul free throw makes it 67-62. Henry Ford. And now here's the 1-and-1 by Ricky Dixon. Good opportunity for Henry Ford on the 1-and-1 by Ricky Dixon. He missed it, got his own rebound, gave it to Macrina. They made 3 out of 4 free throws. (67-62). Wright to Dixon, back to Wright for a long 3. It's good. Lorenzo Wright is hitting the 3, finding the range, and it's 70-62. Hawks coming up on 6 minutes left to play in regulation. Perez being harassed by McEvans and Dixon. And there, let me see, checking into the lineup for Macomb is number 21, Blake Beebe. And that was McEvans on the foul, his first. The team's first. 70-62. Macomb's got to start to make some things happen. You don't want to be down 8 or 10 points with 5 minutes left. Jerry Wilson thought about it. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Marte shot up no good. Rebounded by Dano in a crowd. Missed the shot, and McCaskill cleaned it up, gives it to Wright. 70-62 at the Athletic Memorial Building. Wright gives it off to Dixon. Nice move to the basket. Shot up, no good, but there's a foul. And that's on Dano. Anthony Dano out of Sterling Heights High School. 70-62. That's his second foul, the team's 10th. At the line, it's double bonus. And that's Ricky Dixon making the first one. 71-62. Sergio Steffen checks in. Second shot is up, and it's no good. Lane violation, and Dixon will go back to the free throw line here. 71-62. Dixon. Shot is up and it's good. 72-62, the largest lead of the game for the Hawks. You got Steffen and Wright in the backcourt, Dixon and Macrina on the wings, and McCaskill in the middle. Dano with the layup. Just under 5 minutes, 72-64 now. And Henry Ford, like to see him use a lot of the clock. They look like a flop to me by number 21, Blake Beebe, but nonetheless, they called a foul on Ricky Dixon. His first, the team's fifth. And Dixon probably knows a lot of these Macomb kids that come from the Macomb area conference where they might play a lot of high school basketball. Turnover by Macomb. Foul by number 21, Blake Beebe. And as I said earlier, Henry Ford's going to close this thing out at the free throw line. They've got to hit these shots. You hit the shots, you get to shoot. You hit the shots, and you get to call the shots, so to speak. Hit the free throws. So at the line, Sergio Steffen, sophomore out of Harper Woods, as Ricardo Colvin checks in for Carrington McCaskill. Second shot up by number 0, Sergio Steffen, no good. Macomb tried to save it, didn't quite go their way, and Henry Ford has the ball back, 72-64, as they're coming up on 4 minutes left in this game, 72-64. Wright, his jump shot falls short, fight for the rebound, and number 21, Blake Beebe, comes away with the rebound. Marte got tricky with the basketball. There's a foul, and it's on Lorenzo Wright, his second to team 6. One more, and Macomb will be in the 1-and-1. 72-64, Dano wide open underneath. How does that happen? 72-66. Quick inbounder. And Henry Ford has got to close this thing out like Mariano Rivera used to do for the New York Yankees. Dixon, long shot up, no good. Rebounded by number 11, Wilson. Wilson gets it to Blake Beebe. Beebe, pass was too high, poked away, and Ricky Dixon's coming back the other way. Sergio Steffen has it timeout. Henry Ford, it's a full timeout. And Coach Shepard imploring his team to do the right thing, handle your assignments, and make things easy, not hard. 72-66. And Eric Pate with you at the Athletic Memorial Building. We may be with you Friday night if there is a home conference championship game. And we may be with you during the districts. You never know. We'll see. But at any rate, we are looking forward to whatever we have left. There was to be some wrestling, but that's been canceled. So it's basketball from here on out, men's basketball. Of course, the women did not play this year. Just an opportunity to get everything situated and get the women's program back where it belongs. So see what happens. It's been a weird basketball season indeed with COVID and COVID protocol. With the cases going up, everybody should stay safe. You never know, your season can end just like that with a positive test. 3:14 left to play at the Athletic Memorial Building. Henry Ford leading 72-66 over Macomb. So it's Steffen, Macrina, McCaskill, Wright, and Autry as Macrina keeps it in scores. 74-66. Down the floor, Wilson calling for a pick. Dano, Williams, and that shot by Williams is good. Marte and Blake Beebe all on the floor for Macomb. 74-68. Still no room for comfort. Sergio Steffen filling a pick. Kick it out to Autry. Long three is good. It's got to be 4 threes. Got to be 4 threes in this half for Daniel Autry. 77-68. Long shot by Marte was up, no good, and Macrina comes away with the rebound. 77-68. Wright does not have to rush for the Hawks. And they call an offensive foul here on McCaskill. Unnecessary. McCaskill's first foul. And back into the ball game for Macomb was number 13, Dante Hudgens. 77-68. McCaskill cleared the guy out and got the offensive foul. 2 minutes, coming up on 2 minutes left. Shot up by Wilson is no good. Rebounded by Macrina. And all Henry Ford has to do is take their time. And they could smell the victory. 10 second. A 10-second call. I wanted you to take your time, but not so nonchalantly. I want you to take your time, but hurry up. Turnover on a 10-second call, 1:49 left to play, 77-68. Blake Beebe hands it off to Marte. Marte working against Stephen. Henry Ford trapped. Long pass in the corner to Wilson. Wilson pulls up at the top of the key. Shot up, no good. Rebounded by Stephen. And with 85 seconds left, Stephen, pulls it out. They're going to have to foul him. And they do. That's Jerry Wilson fouling Sergio Stephen. 1:17 left to play. Now it's about the free throw shooting game. And Sergio Stephen's going to go to the line. Sergio Stephen. Shot is up and good. As Autry comes out of the game for Ricky Dixon. And the second free throw by Stephen is good, 79-68. Henry Ford has hit their free throws. Marte is going to have to hurry up as we approach 1 minute left in regulation. 79-68, largest lead for the Hawks. Marte pulls up, shot up no good. Macrina, you only get one shot. Nice rebound. Stephen over to Dixon. Dixon back up top. Now Macomb is chasing, and it ends up in Wright's hands, and he's fouled. He's fouled by number 1, Delano Williams, with 55 seconds left. And that's Lorenzo Wright at the free throw line. Shot is up, and it's good. 80-68. Second shot is up and good. 81-68. Nice to say that this is their largest lead of the game in the final minutes. Looks like it's out of hand, and Henry Ford's going to win. Driving layup is good by Jerry Wilson. Wright gets it on the inbound, and they get a steal, Macomb does. Bounced around midcourt, but the pass by Wilson was intercepted by Dixon, who gives it over to Macrina, who was fouled immediately. And with 33.2 seconds left, I think it's safe to say that Henry Ford's going to win the game. 81-70, Macrina headed to the free throw line to shoot 2. First shot is up and good. And the first time these teams met, 84-79, back in February. And it's the second shot by Macrina is up and good, 83-70. And it was played without coaches. Well, the coaches have made a difference here tonight for Henry Ford. Nice effort by Henry Ford, 83-70. Long pass. Wilson can't save it. Ball goes out of bounds, 83-70. And the Hawks pretty much have it all wrapped up, 83-70. And Macrina is fouled by number 11, Jerry Wilson. And that's 4. 83-70 with 25.57 seconds left. Macrina at the line. 83-70. See what Macrina does here. Shot is up. It's good. Makes it 84-70. See what happens on Friday night. As Marte is going up the floor. And don't foul. That's the one thing you don't want to do as Marte shoots it up. And it's good, 85-72. And now all Henry Ford has to do with the shot clock off is hold it, no shot, and they'll go away with another victory. And they do. 85-72 final score as Henry Ford wins it. They split the season series with Macomb. 85-72, nice victory, good effort, and I hope the teams can make it to their locker rooms without any confrontation, which I think they will. Final score once again, Henry Ford College 85, Macomb Community College 72. Eric Pate with you from the Athletics Memorial Building saying so long until we see each other again. Have a good one. Take care.